right. How are you doing? I need a little more love than that. How you guys doing? All right. If you're out there, come hang out. We're going to do some opening remarks to kick things off, explain how this day is going to flow. Come on out in the front if you want. These chairs don't bite. My name's Aaron Price. I am the CEO of Tech United. We produce the Propelify Innovation Festival, and I want to tell you a little bit about it. But before we do, I want to welcome out Laura, who's going to sing the National Anthem, as we've done every year at Propelify, because I think entrepreneurship and innovation has a special place in this country. So come on out, round of applause. We need a little more energy. There we go.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That was awesome. High five right here. Boom. Thank you so much. Follow her on Instagram at Emily_K14. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate that. That should set the mood. All you over there, come hang out up here. These are good seats. You'll be right up front. You'll learn the most right here. So, another person who wants to say hello. Every year we've done this, we've welcomed the governor, usually in person. This year, unfortunately, he couldn't make it, but he wanted to say hello.
Hey everybody, Governor Phil Murphy here. It is my honor to welcome all of you to this year's Propelify Innovation Festival. I want to give a big shout out to my very good friend Aaron Price, the entire team at Tech United, and everyone who worked to put together this year's festival. This important event reflects and amplifies the innovative spirit with which New Jersey is responding to a multitude of major challenges, including climate change and the economic crisis caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. As we work to address these issues head on, I'm incredibly grateful to count you as trusted partners. As entrepreneurs and innovators, you all continue to reinvent industry and are critical to the New Jersey economy. Promoting electrified transportation in an equitable way with PSE&G, creating better tools to address social determinants of health with RWJ Barnabas Health, creating better business and connectivity solutions with Verizon, and supporting women and minority-owned small businesses through mentorship programs with Cross River Bank. These are all initiatives that will both transform our state and maintain our commitment to creating a stronger and fairer New Jersey for every family. We are on a mission to bring unprecedented growth to New Jersey, to return our state to its roots in innovation, and to become a leader in the transition to clean energy. We view these challenges as opportunities to do both well and good in the Garden State, and to create jobs and generate wealth that improves the lives of not just some, but of every community. New Jersey is a state of high achievers with a long history of innovation led by brilliant visionaries. I know many of you here today at Propelify are some of those visionaries writing our next chapter of innovation. The Tech United community and its partners continue to push the envelope of innovation in New Jersey, creating opportunities for innovations to thrive and building a better future for all. So, I thank you for joining us in this mission, and encourage you to take advantage of every opportunity for learning, networking, and collaboration, and I wish you the very best for a successful festival. Thank you all, and God bless each and every one of you.
All right, thank you very much, Governor Murphy. I want to tell you a little bit about how we got here and why we are here. So all of these logos here are companies that I founded or was a part of in a significant way, and there was one common thread among them, no matter how successful or in many cases not so successful they were. Entrepreneurship is a very lonely and challenging career path. So I started 10 years ago the New Jersey Tech Meetup. We hold it at Stevens. And I was just hoping to get other entrepreneurs around the table. And it really took off. This is our actual member growth curve. We're 7,300 members. I think we're still the largest community of entrepreneurs in the state. And after 5 years of running the New Jersey Tech Meetup, I thought that the Northeast was overdue for a large-scale experience that brought together the entire community. And not because of New Jersey, but doing it here to benefit the region with a high bar of excellence to attract people really from around the world. And so in 2016, we launched Propelify. Anybody there? Was anyone here with us in 2016? A bunch of you. Awesome. And it was a Herculean effort. We were under-resourced. We had an army of volunteers, but people showed up, and it was incredible. And 3 years later, in looking to grow, got to know the New Jersey Tech Council. And so the New Jersey Tech Council, so 2019, the New Jersey Tech Council acquires Propelify. And if you're not familiar with the New Jersey Tech Council, it's a 25-year-old trade group, obviously built in New Jersey to empower innovators, and putting together Propelify and the startup community with the very strong relationships in the New Jersey Tech Council really gave us a 1 + 1 = 3 combination, and it was the best decision I've ever made. There's also a venture fund, Tech Council Ventures. All the partners are here today, a very active fund. So for me personally, the Propelify trajectory included the fund, so it just made a lot of sense for these organizations to combine. Apparently somebody wants some money in the Brex Cash Coop. So the board, some of whom are here, Kathleen is somewhere around here, Coviello from the EDA, but all of the board was very encouraging and enthusiastic and gave me a lot of freedom to rethink the next chapter for the New Jersey Tech Council. My experience with the New Jersey Tech Meetup is that bringing people together, uniting us and our various backgrounds, is really the magic that makes this kind of thing so special. And so looking to the future, we rebranded as Tech United New Jersey. And you'll see where the T meets the U. There's what we call the catalyst. That's that image behind the logo. The multicolors represent the various backgrounds of all the people who come together. So we were very deliberate about the energy of what being part of Tech United is all about. And so we also restated and refreshed our mission, empowering entrepreneurs, innovators, and instigators to build a better future for all. Because that is what I believe happens in entrepreneurship and innovation. It's our collective desire to fix a problem that could actually make the future better for all. And so we're a membership-based organization. We have a variety of stakeholders, investors, startups, government, education, service providers, entrepreneurs. And our goal is to surround that community with thought leadership, with talent, with funding, with advocacy, with mentorship, like we announced earlier with Crossover Bank. And so we come to market in a few ways. This event is the culmination of a year-long worth of programs. You'll see later our startup competition. We have some of that mentorship happening here. So this brings together the annual Tech United programming at Propelify. We also run what we call the Catalyst Awards, which is an annual awards program. We have a variety of other programs like our Startup Showdown and networking and a whole host of ways that we look to add value for our community. We also have been creating tons of content through articles, podcasts, and videos that have been getting a lot of traction to help us drive awareness, which is one of the things I talked about as our goals. And this year, we've introduced a lot more technology. We have a members-only dashboard to find members-only content, a member directory, members-only offers, so that we can leverage technology, since we are a tech organization. Welcome to come on up whenever you're ready, to empower our community to thrive. And so innovation and entrepreneurship run horizontally through everything we do, but we also looked at what are the regional strengths. I happen to live in Hoboken. I love New York City, but the startup community tends to get lost in the shadow of other markets, in New Jersey especially, to New York. And so we looked at what are some of the regional strengths? Where could we lean in? Where are some partners that by bringing those partners to the table we might be able to create more opportunities for early stage companies, more opportunities for those big corporates, more investment opportunities to drive investment here. And so I'm really thrilled that, again, you'll see this happening here today. We have several what we call Better X alliances and programs. So with PSEG, we've got the Better Planet program. With Robert Wood Johnson Barnabas Health, the Better Wellness program. With Verizon, who you'll hear from momentarily, our Better Connected program. To create opportunities led by big organizations to drive innovation for the region. We've also attracted some of the biggest technology companies on the planet. Because besides those that happen to be headquartered here, Google, Facebook, Amazon, all of whom have joined our board, are interested in seeing what innovators can do, leveraging their brands, giving away their products, mentoring young entrepreneurs so that we can achieve that mission of building a better future. So it's working. We measure a lot of metrics. I'm going to share a few of them here. In the last year, we've welcomed over 19,000 attendees to our programs. We asked them to rate those programs, and they rate them 4.76 out of 5. If you've ever used Yelp, we think we're doing all right. I talked before about creating awareness. We've had over 400,000 video views of the content that we've created from our experiences. Because I find that the New Jersey market is under-recognized. There's actually a lot going on here. Again, we're not doing this because of New Jersey, but in our effort to raise awareness, we're thrilled that we're seeing so much traction with the content that we're producing. The key metric that I measure the organization on is the Net Promoter Score, NPS, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with. When I came in the door, we were hovering in the 30s. The last time we measured it was a 40. I'm very proud to say that we're now over 100 every time we do it, which is awesome. And for those of you who understand NPS, I appreciate you starting to clap. Thank you. It's a big deal, especially when you're a trade group. This is, for those who don't know, it's how likely someone is to enthusiastically recommend you, and 100 is a big score. So, if you're not part of Tech United, if you're not sure what we're about, Dan, Devin, Anna, Jasmine are running around. I'll be here too in the fancy suit. Ask me about membership. We'd love to have you get involved. There's a lot more to come. I'm announcing one of those programs a little bit later today. So, would love to have you a part of our community. So, let's get back to why we are here at Propelify today. We talk about propelling ideas into action. That is what Propelify is all about. That idle ideas don't fly. If you think about ideas sitting on a runway, it goes like that plane is like the idea, but it goes nowhere without forward momentum, without a team, without being able to weather the storm that is inevitable in all things entrepreneurial and innovative. So that spirit of taking action is what this event is all about. So if you are here, lean into the experience. The point of being here is to create networking among you and knowledge so you could build your businesses faster and smarter and not make the mistakes like I made in some of my early stage companies and be able to connect with some of the big corporates that are here because maybe we can accelerate your opportunity. Instead of it taking you 6 months to get in the door, we can get you in to talk to them tomorrow, which is what they're interested in doing. So make sure you lean into this experience because that's what this is all about. The culture of this event is about meeting and helping one another. And so say hi to people. We used to do a lot of high-fiving. If you're not so down yet with COVID, you could do the air high five. You could spread your chairs out. You could wear a mask if you want. But this is a community that wants to help one another. And it's a good idea to ask someone, what are you working on and how can I help you? Because I guarantee you will find what goes around comes around. And that's what I've seen year after year with this community. And so lastly, I just want to thank those who make this happen. It does take a village to make this happen. First of all the vendors, ProShow, iRent, GMG, who actually built this whole thing and probably slept 3 hours in the last 4 days. I am hugely appreciative to all of your effort, all you guys here. Thank you very much. Everybody out there as well. All of our partners, all of these sponsors who actually help us actually pay for this. It's, it turns out, very expensive undertaking. But more importantly, we really appreciate your support because we know you are investing in this community, not just in this day, but in seeing this region thrive. I've got to recognize all of the people from the first years who've literally volunteered, showed up hour after hour to bring this event to life, to propel Propelify into action. Up there is Ed Shea, our original executive producer. Todd's right here, who a lot of you get his emails from Giannatasio. There's a huge number of folks who I'm so grateful to, so thank you so much for all of your commitment. And many of you are back here today working again, which is amazing. I've got to thank the Tech United team. I think they're all running around, but having a team behind this has been life-changing. You've hopefully seen the improvements in the multitude of emails you've gotten that actually were somewhat strategic, even if you didn't love them. but we actually had a process this year versus other years. It may look like we have our act together, but we don't. And so this team is incredible. Anna, Dan, Devin, Jasmine, Kira's in this photo, but she decided to make a career change. But I could not do this without you. I am so appreciative of your dedication to Tech United and for putting up with my sometimes ridiculous requests. But this has been fantastic. Jasmine's back there. This week in particular could not have happened without Jasmine's leadership. She's right there with the clipboard, so we got to give her a huge round of applause. So what we're experiencing here is, if you've been to my events, that's called the super lame applause. That's like the, yeah, Jasmine, great, you slept like an hour, I don't care. So we got to do better than that. So give Jasmine and the whole team a much bigger round of applause. I've also got to thank my family. Turns out today is my anniversary of 14 years. If you want to stay married, maybe don't schedule the Propelify on the day of our anniversary, but she's very cool. Thank you so much. I love you. Happy anniversary. My kids, my in-laws are here who've always been very supportive. My parents will be here later. It's been a little bit of a rough year for them, but this event is dedicated to them, and I love you and look forward to seeing you later on. So, with that, the last people to thank are you. Thank you for being here. You are what make this so special. Talk to your neighbors. Go to the Cross River FinTech in your backyard. Go get some cash from Brex. There are a lot of opportunities here for you to grow your business. This is a fun event, but it is a business event. So you should get a lot out of this that should be more valuable, hopefully, than the time you would spend in your office. There are a lot of people here who want to help you, who want to invest in you. Some of them want to hire you. And so this is a real chance for you to grow. But I want to thank you all for showing up, especially in unusual times when people weren't quite sure what they were walking into. So thank you so much for being here. So, idle ideas don't fly. That's the spirit of today. Embrace that, take action, and I guarantee you'll get a lot out of this experience. The MC for today is David Meltzer, who was around before, but has been a loyalist with us for many years. Hey, Paul. Who is going to be taking over the stage to run this stage a little bit later on. He's an author, he's an investor, he's the executive producer of Elevator Pitch, Entrepreneur's Elevator Pitch. He's right over there, so be very nice to him. He'll also be speaking a little bit later on, so he'll be back out.